Hey, welcome to another day of living out here. Guess what? I don't know how to do this. That right there has two codes on it. Well, you guys see that? Also, you'll notice the temperature gauge is buried in cold. We have been driving now for about 10 minutes, so it shouldn't be buried at cold. So here we're just washing out the engine bay, trying to get a bunch of dirt off of it so nothing falls into the motor as we're doing these repairs. So I realized I didn't explain this very well for you guys. So the two codes that we had was P0128 and P0014. The 128 code is for the coolant temperature being low. The P14 code is for a camshaft sensor. We'll go ahead and get into this and I'll explain a little bit more. But you'll see the parts that we're using, there's also some spark plugs. We figured while it's in there, we might as well throw some spark plugs at it. Why? Because it just rolled over 100,000 miles. So let's get into this. And this is everything that we're gonna be needing, minus the coolant, which is in the truck, which will be here in just a few minutes. To fix the 128, we're gonna give ourselves a little room to work. We're gonna remove the air cleaner outlet duct and the air cleaner box.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find.
Airbox is off, coming off. Yes, that means I'm not working right now because I'm sitting here holding the camera. See, you got people like this that actually understand what they're doing. I don't. I will admit it. I have no idea what I'm doing. Now we're going to be removing the engine intake manifold cover. And before we get it off, we're going to hit it with some air and get all the debris out of there. Intake is now off. I did that part, putting the towels in. Engine coolant water outlet is what GM calls it. And the engine coolant water outlet is the tube that runs through the middle of the intake and the thermostat. In a lot of videos that I watch, it says you have to remove the fuel rails to actually get to this. Another option you have is pulling the tube portion of it back and then just resealing to mate up to the thermostat. So right there's the thermostat, right there. And we're taking the tube out. Right there, that runs down through the middle. That little red dealio right there, that's the drain your coolant. It's on the left hand or passenger side down at the bottom. That is now removed from the thermostat. It's that long, and he's gonna pull it just right there's fine. And there. Do you need a wiggler one? Or a wobbly, whatever you want to call it these days.
I need a shorter one, but I don't have it.
A short what?
Socket.
Oh. You got a dog bone?
It's not called a dog bone, it's called a wrench.
Oh.
Combination.
No, I meant the ratcheting wrench.
No, I don't have one here. Okay, what the? Everybody I saw doing this just pulled this out. The hell am I missing?
So it is out now. If you will focus. Yep. And there's the tube that runs into it. We're stealing the O-ring off of that part to put on this one and install the new thermostat. So from what we researched and figured out, the 128 code, most likely culprit, is the thermostat. So that's why we went after that. We got the coolant filled. We got to drain a little bit out. Still put the intake back on. But the new thermostat is installed. Things are put back together for the most part. We still got to get the top part on. And yeah. Let's start removing these spark plugs. And yes, we did all 6 of them, but it may not look like it in the video. Yep, we're gonna change spark plugs while we're in here. Those spark plugs are done. Yep.
That's some type of actuator. Actuator.
Now we're going to start getting into the P0014 code, and that is that the camshaft in bank 1 is set more advanced than the computer thinks it should be. This is all per Google, but we're going to go ahead and jump into this, and I'll show you guys what we did.
And then, is it
And those ones are the camshaft sensors that we're changing. Hopefully those new sensors are going to clear that code. We shall see. And just like that, almost the whole job's done. Of the 2 different codes that we were getting. So let's get this nice and tight, and we will throw the air box back in and then clear codes. I just want to give a big shout out to Mike. Thank you for your help, and the car's running great. So everything got cleared, everything works. The only thing that we couldn't do is clear the P0128 code. It's saying that it's a permanent code, so we're going to run it through some cycles of being driven and being turned off and on, take it back over there and see if we can get the code cleared. Just want to say thank you guys for sticking around in the video, and here's to another day of living out here.